1, 2, 3, 4. Enough said, go shred. Enough said, go shred. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, what's shaking, everybody? I'm Gymbo Jack, and this is Shred Central, and what we do here is we talk about skateboarding and music with rad people. And speaking of rad people, hosting with me is the caffeine king himself, Big Diamond Louie.
Hey, Gymbo, how's it going?
Good, dude, you?
Doing great, thanks.
Rad.
Yeah.
Did you go skating this week?
I did. I went skating a couple of days ago around the neighborhood. It was good times.
Sweet, sweet.
Yeah. How about you?
I did. I skated that bank to curb on...
Oh, around the corner from your place.
Crossing the fire station. So if you guys have a chance, go check that out. Curb on top of this tight bank. It's fun. So without further ado, let me introduce our guest. This guy is an old friend of ours, man. He's a filmer. He's a photographer. And he's currently working on a new fucking video game called Fake Skate. Put your hands together for Mike Crook. Yeah, Mike Crook. How you doing, dude?
I'm super good.
Super good, like with a fucking red cape and that sun.
Yeah, super good.
Nice. I haven't seen you in a long, long time. You moved out of the city to...
I did the Muska.
Oh, yeah.
I went to Muskoka, and I just bought a house and did my thing and just kind of like reset. But now I'm in Barrie.
Okay, nice. So I was going to ask you, where you've been skating lately. Have you been skating in Barrie?
Yeah, the Barrie Park.
Oh my God,
it's still around. I don't know how.
Yeah.
That concrete is still smooth.
What? No. There's no cracks underneath the coping and like gaps and chunks out of the ledges and...
That thing is in better condition than Ashbridge's.
Wow, that's crazy. Shit, man.
It's actually pretty sick.
So how did you get into skateboarding?
There's like, this is weird. This is like two-part. So like skating, shit. Okay. The main way was like, I grew up in Acton, super small town. And like at the time it was like, I don't know, less than 4,000 people. And then my neighbor had the first Alien Workshop board, the one with like the human alien and the monkey.
I don't know that one.
Graphic. It was like ever
Classic.
slick.
Yep.
Right.
He had a board and it was like sitting out and he never used it. And I just asked him one day, I was like, can I try it? Like, can I use it? And I was like in grade 6 or something. And then I just like rolled around on my butt, all that stuff. Flash forward, like maybe like 6 months later, there's a guy, Mike Rudat, and he just like saw him down the street and he just did a kickflip. And I was just like, oh, you could do things? Like, I was like, whoa. And I like begged my mom and I was just like, I want a board, and got the birthday board.
Rad. It's either Christmas board or birthday board when people get their first boards.
So grade 7, and then that's when I like moved from Acton. My parents split up, and then I moved to Toronto, Etobicoke area, and then that's like there's one kid that skated on my street, and I just picked up the board, and it was like never ended there.
What was your first board then?
It was a Ronnie Krieger blind.
Nice.
It was like a go-kart. I remember it was like a go-kart deck.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Flame grip tape.
Beauty.
Just full of flames.
I remember you mostly being the dude wearing, like Grant Patterson would wear, the long white undershirts or just big white shirts.
Yeah.
But it was all about the tech. Doing so much tech shit that you're even breaking world records. Is that correct?
Yeah, there was like the time period of like just the world record stuff. Like it was kind of a joke at the time, but it kind of was legit. So it was like Mike Moe recently like came out with like the most 3 flips without bailing in a certain period of time. So we just like jokingly, like I did like switch big spins and I just like did them and put it up there, and it kind of blew up on YouTube a little bit.
17 switch frontside big spins in 47 seconds.
Yeah, so Josh Burley, he filmed it. We were in Ottawa on tour. It was like I'm pretty sure it was a Monkey. And it was just this road that just like was like the perfect degree angle to no push.
Yeah.
And it was just like outside of the skate park there that was in the hockey rink. And it was just like, he's just like, yo, you should just see how many you can do in a row. And we were like holding up traffic and stuff. Like,
Nice.
Yeah, it was bad. But yeah, other than that, Yeah, big T's definitely had my era of big T mode. But like any skater, like we go through phases. When I started skating, it was like super punk rock, like punk music too, melancholy, stuff like that. Like that's all I listened to. It was just like, it's Slipknot. Like
Nice.
my first concert was Slipknot.
Oh yeah, where was that at?
What was it called? Was it the Government?
Yeah, I worked that show actually.
Really remember the clown climbed up to the rafter
That I don't remember.
and he was hanging there and he had like, he was hitting the rafter with the big like stick he had and he was just like smacking it. And at this time I was like underage. I was like 14. I had some fake ID. Like,
But you must have looked.
Yeah, you must have looked like a baby.
no,
face,
I
man.
was
Jeez.
okay. So into that, I was like 4'11" till in grade 11. So like I milked that. I used child tickets until I was like 17.
Same here.
Like I don't know how I got into that show, and it was such a small venue. Like the sound acoustics were amazing there,
Oh yeah, that's a good place, man.
but that place was like, that was probably the best concert I've ever been to.
Really?
Like the
Well, they were wearing
sound.
those crazy costumes and stuff, and the music, especially that music at the time, it was kind of new to everybody, right?
Yeah, and Kitty owned for them or opened for them.
Oh, the girl band.
Yeah,
Are they
and she-
Canadian?
Yeah.
And
Right.
she shaved her head on stage.
No way.
She just like,
Rad.
That's a stunt.
first
Yeah.
thing out of the gate, she just like stood up there and just like shaved her head on the middle of the stage. And I was like, what? Like, what is happening?
We talk about how skateboard videos have changed, like the way we listen to music almost. Like a lot of these bands we would never have heard of if it wasn't for these skate videos that we watched. So was there a song from a skate video that you're like, whoa, who are these dudes? I gotta go to the fucking record store.
I think the biggest one was probably from a Transworld video. I'm pretty sure it was IE, Mark Appleyard's part. It was like the Sea and Cake. But like I never heard of the Sea and Cake or that genre. Like it was like kind of chill.
Singing Cake.
The Sea and
The
Cake.
sea and cake.
And then they have
That's
like,
even fucking weirder.
Well, that's what they're called.
you look into them and they have tons of albums and it's just, I was just like, what is this genre? Like it was kind of,
Shoegaze, chill, ambient
Yeah.
kind of stuff. Yeah.
and then I got super into it, just like chilling out and listening to that, you know, juxtaposition from hip hop and going from metal to hip hop mode to that. But yeah, that was probably one of the biggest turning points. And like even music of like a Tiba, photographer. He had a lot of music in Transworld, which not a lot of people know.
How'd you get set up with your connection with Monkey and S?
I just randomly was like, I'm going to Vancouver by myself, no plan. Like, I just booked a ticket and just like went to Vancouver, met Jeff Dermer. He owns Kitsch Skateboards.
Right.
And I just met him and he's like, maybe 2 days of meeting him at the plaza. And he was like, Mike, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing next week? And I'm like, I don't know, skating. Like, I have no plan. I'm like couch surfing some homies' places. And he's like, you want to come on tour? And I was like, I got no money. And he's like, don't worry about it. Just, we got an empty spot in the van. Just come with. And that, that sparked everything. That trip right there just did everything. I owe a lot to Dermer. And same with Jeremiah Doubt. He was a friend of mine. But he was tight with Monkey and Dermer, and he had like a little editing bay. He was a video editor in the warehouse. But I went on tour. Tour went really good. Fast forward, he's like, you don't suit Kitsch, you suit Monkey. We're in the same warehouse. Got me linked up with Ben Schibber. I've been on Monkey ever since.
We do this little thing where we decide if the songs are rad or not rad. You want to partake?
For sure.
Yeah, let's do it. So, random skater number one, what are you listening to? Hey, dude, what are you listening to?
I'm right now listening to Salt and Pepper, Express Yourself.
That guy's stoked. Hey?
He is way too stoked.
So, Salt and Pepper. The song is called Expression.
Expression. You only live once and you're not coming back. So express yourself. Yeah. Express yourself.
Okay, Mike Crook, this is how it goes. Is that song rad or not rad?
It's rad only because it reminds me of In Living Color.
Yeah, I could see that. All right, so you think that song's rad. Louis, is that song rad or not rad?
Yes, I'm a little bit older, so I think that's rad because it makes me nostalgic. Yeah, I like Salt and Pepper. You, Gymbo?
I thought that song was rad.
Good.
But now I think it's even radder because he's talking about In Living Color and shit, and I always like that show. And
This was incredible.
I like that that type of hip hop, anyways. You know, it's fun. It's not like fucking slagging each other and fucking bragging about fucking gold and money and shit. So okay, let's move on to Random Skater number 2. What are you listening to?
What are you listening to? I'm listening to Big X The Plug. His album Take Care just came out.
All right, so this song is from Big X The Plug. What the fuck name is that? And the song is called Take Care.
This shit out the muscle, that struggle was stuffed in the bitch like a knuckle. Got to that bag, needed chips like a ruffle, double. Now I can take care of my mother.
Mike Crook, how you feeling about that song? Rad or not rad?
I think it could be rad. I think it's like got a little car vibe to it, like cruising. I think it's good. It's like got good flow.
Okay, Louis, was that song rad or not rad?
Oh, yeah, I wanted to hear more. I thought it was rad for sure. Definitely. Yeah. How about you?
I thought that song was rad too, dude. It kind of reminded me a little bit of like Biggie or something.
That's the first thought I had. I was like, is this Biggie?
Yeah, that tune was good. All right, let's check out what Random Skater number 3 is listening to.
Dude, what are you listening to?
I'm listening to Cradle to the Grave, Mobb Deep.
By who?
Mobb Deep.
Nice, okay. Mobb Deep, Cradle to the Grave.
Forever wild from the cradle to the grave. Kid, watch your back. One time's coming on waves. They locked me up for 12 days. I can't comprehend.
I already know Spenny's bobbing his head back there.
Crook, was that song rad or not rad?
Mobb Deep is always rad. I love
Right.
Mobb Deep.
Louis?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Smooth. Smooth as butter. Yeah. You?
I thought that song was rad too, dude. It reminded me of like Eric B. and Rakim. Yeah, that had a good fucking groove. I was stoked on that tune. That song was rad.
3 for 3?
I think
Oh,
that's
boy.
is that the first 3 for 3?
No,
We've
but
had
it's
one.
rare.
Yeah, it's definitely rare. Rad. 3 for 3. Your son is named Ollie.
Yeah.
Ollie Crooks. Now, or Ollie Crook. Did you have to convince your wife to come up with that name, or was she not? She didn't catch on till later. Like, how did that go?
It's kind of like the best case scenario because I suggested Oliver, and my wife was like, "I hate Oliver. I don't like that name," and she's like, "But Ollie's kind of rad," and I was just like, "Done."
Yeah.
like
That's like you incepted that idea.
I was like, not even intentional. We're ballparking ideas of names, and like guys' names are the hardest for me. Like I just know so many skaters, and like I associate everything with all the guys skaters and stuff. Girls' names is easy. It's
Okay,
like-
so what are you gonna name your daughter if you have a daughter?
Yeah. Like, what if Ollie turned out to be a girl? Did you have a name in mind?
it's like 100%. Like it's always Kylie. I have a weird thing with Kylie Minogue. I love Kylie Minogue. I even made a shred edit to Kylie Minogue way back in the day.
Ooh, we got to put that at the end.
Yeah, it's on my YouTube. I don't know. I like using different music that was like didn't really match that like make it match.
Right. So I thought about a name if you were to have a daughter.
All right.
Check this out. What if you called her Varial?
Like the real varial.
Like switch varials and shit like that.
Like we're talking vert varials.
Street varial, vert varial. No? You can't call her switch heel.
A switch heel would be rad
Oh
though.
my god.
Man.
Switchy.
No, varial's pretty good.
I thought so too. It kind of reminds me of like Ariel the Little Mermaid or something.
Yeah, I can't do Molly. That's my dog's name.
And plus, it's a drug that all these kids are on. But anyways, if you decide to have another kid and it's a daughter, plant that Varial name on your chick and see if she likes it or not.
Hey, maybe you don't like Valerie, but how about Varial?
Hey.
You gotta have like a worse name to present first, and then it's like, oh, but what about Varial? Like maybe.
Every episode we have a model of the month. It's in the booth behind me. You want to check it out?
Let's check it.
Cool. This here's a Mike McGill reissue. It is 10 by 30, and it's got a 16-inch wheelbase. Made by Paul Peralta. How do you like it? I love this graphic.
Graphic's awesome.
Can't remember where I got this.
McGill, man. McGill is epic.
Yeah, I know. Hey, I love that graphic. Always loved it. I don't have a tattoo of it or anything like that. I'm not fucking that nuts about it, but
And your name is Mike.
I thought it was suiting.
It's a good board.
Hey, what's this thing I heard about you being, they took footage of you,
I'm so into Itsy Bitsy Spider right now that there's nothing. I'm in 2-year-old mode.
Right.
that didn't even phase you, man. I'm all trying to distract you and shit.
Now the Itsy Bitsy Spider song stuck in my head.
There was footage of you in a video. I don't know if it's a West 49 shit or whatever, but it was a sequence. And weren't you in like Rick Howard's office or Mike Carroll's office at the time checking that footage out?
We did a trip to LA, and I was in Howard's office.
What was that like?
It was trippy. Yeah, I met with like Rudy Johnson down there while we were there. I never did LA, so like kind of quick rundown. I never wanted to leave Canada, and I wanted to like keep skateboarding Canadian and like really push it. That's
Sure.
what like the whole monkey thing was kind of about, doing Canadian tours only. But we went to LA, and I went very late, kind of, I would say, in my career. But went pretty late and got to meet Dom Brown at S, and went to meet Rudy because I skated for Royal.
Oh, yeah.
And
They still make Royal trucks, right?
Yeah.
Am I so out of the loop?
Oh, yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Please continue.
Rudy Johnson's amazing dude. But yeah, Rick Howard randomly pops up, and he's just like, "What's up, Mike?" I've never met like Rick like that. Like I saw him like at Iceland, he did the demo or whatever, but like I never met him like that. I was just like, "How do you know who I am?" And he's like, "I have your sequence on my wall."
That's right. It's your
Nice.
it's a hard flip revert to faking Manny.
Yeah.
He has that on his wall. That's pretty fucking rad.
And that was probably the opposite starstruck moment. Like, because I was like, I love Rick and I love everything they do at Girl and all that sort
Yeah,
of
girl
stuff.
skateboards, man. Lakai shoes.
And then like it was like quadruple starstruck because Jerry Sue's walking down, and like Mike Carroll's there too, Scott Johnson's there.
So how did you get hooked up with S then?
Yeah, S was through my best friend Neil Sturgis. He's kind of helped me out through kind of most of my skating stuff. He used to work for Hogtown
Oh yeah.
for a long time, and then he worked at TNT or Risk Agency, which was like S America 32. But he brought me on the S program. And I believe at the time I was like the only one on S in Ontario
Really?
for a long time. But yeah, that opened a huge door, and it helped me like meet a lot of people, and yeah.
Did you have a story of like meeting up with Rodrigo Teixeira?
Yeah, that's I don't even know how you found that one out. Not many people know that. So yeah, went to Barcelona first time. It was a gift from my mom for me to go.
Rad, nice.
Yeah, absolutely incredible moment of like graduating high school. But yeah, went for a month with 3 other guys. I was going to be the filmer. They just didn't really skate as much as like you're there, and it's like the city is so incredible. And I just found myself going to MACBA at night by myself. The other guys would just chill in the apartment, and I just met Rodrigo, and we were in the same position. All the guys were like partying, all the flip guys back then, and we just ended up like skating every day for a month.
A month.
A month straight. We just like every night we'd meet at MACBA at 8 o'clock, same time, and just like every day. And had like, I seen him do some crazy, like insane stuff that should have been filmed. And I remember asking him, he did, and this is before Fully Flared and all the Lakai videos and stuff. He did fakie switch nose grind, fakie tray flip in the middle of MACBA, first try, like nothing. And I was like, why don't you film it? And he goes, "It's too much, man."
It's too much.
What does that mean? It's too much.
People aren't ready.
Yeah, like it's almost like tech skating was kind of like transitioning into being more like style and like hip hop and like doing tricks properly and really like going back to simplistic ways, which I feel skating is kind of doing now. A little bit.
Hammers?
Not just hammers, but like,
Making it look easy.
I'd rather see a good front crook than like a 3-flip front crook. Like, even though I'm like the tech skater at that time, like when I was doing stuff, I was like NBD. Like I was like trying to do combos I never seen.
Filming. You were saying you're supposed to go there for filming. You've got quite the collection of cameras now, right? Or lenses, at least. I see you post on Instagram. You're trying to get rid of them, or you have this collection. You're always showing like these crazy ways how to clean the lens and buff them and all that.
Yeah. So oh man, that's journey just completed yesterday or the day before. I got the last lens to my collection. Every fisheye Century made for skateboarding, I now have. And every camera setup possible with them.
Even the one that goes on the iPhone?
I have that one too.
Oh, the death
yeah.
lens? Yeah.
Yeah. They have another one. Like Century actually made ones for iPhone, but it was super limited. It was actually Alien Workshop and Omar. They did a collab with Century Optics, and they're super rare. And they look like a little mini Mark One. Like it's like a little tiny thing.
Tell us about this fucking video game that you're doing called Fake Skate.
Oh boy, what are we getting?
That's the legitimate name, Fake Skate, or is that just
That's what you're wearing?
Yeah, we kind of switched it to FS just for more people to like understand. But Fake Skate is the term of that kind of the community built around what playing a skateboarding simulator game is, and like people go really crazy with it, and like they make edits and film and emulate skateboarding through this, and it makes sense. There's a lot of skaters that can't skate anymore. Mm-hmm. They're hurt, or they're like, they're just got older and have kids, and they're trying to like live out their dream, I guess.
Are there any familiar names or faces in this game?
Maybe. We haven't really like dove that far into like characters and stuff.
How long have you been doing it for?
We're approaching on 3 years and a couple months of being pretty low key about it. But yeah, we started it like randomly, like 4 skaters from all over the world.
All over the world? Like where?
Our main dev is in Brazil. Validus, well, that's Fro in Brazil. Validus is in Calgary, and then Boogie is in Boston.
And is it on a PC thing? Is it on Xbox? Like how do you play this thing?
So
on your phone?
Yeah, first it's going to be on PC. It's going to be on Steam when it's ready, of course. But we're planning our goal of the game was to make a really good skateboarding game that was on console, so on PlayStation, on Xbox. So we're hoping to get there. We're a small studio. We don't have money. We don't have income other than our jobs. And
so how's this thing being made?
It's passion.
Fuck, so everyone's throwing in their own money.
Yeah, like right now it's been low-key. The majority of the money was me buying myself all these camera stuff. Sorry, wife. But yeah, that's a huge important part of the game, tying back into the like cameras and lenses, is all that needs to emulate. So half of what makes this community of fake skating is filming and making video parts. So we have ways now that I can plug my camera into the computer, it feeds in and it can read the data off a graph that we built with numbers and dots and stuff, and our game engine can read it and do all the distortion of the fisheye lenses and all that stuff.
What?
And so it's like 1-to-1 into the game.
That sounds fucking crazy complicated.
Yeah.
Is there a chance that in the future they might be able to like have a Louis character skating in there somehow?
We wanted to do that for sure. I kind of like, like when they have the bunt jam and stuff, I like bring my like camera and I like steal photos of people. But yeah, but basically, yeah, we want to have like, they're called NPC, non-playable characters. I definitely want to have a bunch of like Toronto locals and Toronto legends and stuff like that, and even Shred.
A Shred Central level?
Yeah, we've talked about it, and you know, we kind of like, we'll play around with ideas, but our map doesn't reach to where it was because we're doing Toronto.
Oh, so like you're only doing a section of Toronto.
We're doing like Dumbat to like HTO, like waterfront.
Not only did you film skating and stuff, obviously, but you filmed this. What's this fucking dude's name? Bishop Brigante?
Oh man,
He's a 90s like hip hop dude, right?
yeah. So dude, that whole story is crazy. Just even how I met him.
Give me the gist of it, because I got to work on Monday.
Oh man. Okay, yeah. So at the time I was working at So Hip. It was my like.
You worked at So Hip?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
With Sonia, like way back.
Oh my god, that person was horrible.
But it was I was 16. It was a job, and I was like,
Skate shop.
I was there. But yeah, I would bring my board obviously, and like I would go skate, and then I remember I like off work one day, and like what is it, John Street? The little like, it just goes up to the little pocket of like, they kind of have those like warehouses up there.
Yeah.
I was just skating flat there. I don't know why, but I met Steve Carty, who was like a big photographer for like hip hop and music industry. He was out front and he was just like, yo, can I like shoot your photo? And I was like, yeah, sure. Like,
You
whatever.
knew who he was?
I had no idea.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, yeah, sure. And it was,
Okay, now take your shirt off.
oh no.
Creep.
He was super cool. And he shot like Pharrell and
Oh, is that
stuff
right?
like that. So he was like pretty big.
Pharrell skates?
Yeah, and he was just like, yo, like, if you want, like, there's a recording studio. I want you to meet Bishop and all this stuff. I think you guys would, like, mesh pretty well and, like, whatever.
Does Bishop skate or did he skate?
No, it's just, like, kind of that we were talking about, like, cameras. Because
Okay.
he had his camera, and I was like, oh, you shoot Canon. And he's like, oh, you know cameras. And then we started talking, and he's like, you need to talk to Bishop. And then went to this place that was called Lounge. I'm pretty sure it was like a recording studio, that sort of stuff, but like way back. But yeah, met Bishop there, and then he talked me into being his like right-hand man filmer.
And how old are you at this point?
16.
16.
So like,
Whoa.
we've rigged up a way in high school that I could take co-op for 4 periods.
Oh my god.
And he, under his like record label, like would sign me off, and like we would literally just go out and shoot videos and music and like be a part of that whole thing. But Bishop was incredible. He did a lot for the hip hop industry in Toronto.
So
He did like, he should have won 106 in Park Freestyle Fridays. He messed up and he swore like in the last round.
heaven forbid.
But no, he did a lot for the underground scene. I don't know too heavily into like that side of things because that kind of came after. But I know he just recently passed away. Rest in peace.
Cheers to Bishop.
But yeah, he was a great dude. All he wanted to do was like help other people in the hip hop underground and setting up events and all that sort of stuff. So he's kind of like the Rob Pointer of hip hop in Toronto.
I get the reference.
Do you want to share? Do you have a Shred Central memory that you would like to share with everybody from the skate park days?
Oh man. Okay. I don't even know if you know this. In grade 7, when I moved to Toronto, I went to a school called Humbercrest. It was a small school in Etobicoke. And I somehow convinced them to take me on a school trip to Shred. And it was the first time I ever went to Shred. And there was 4 of us.
In your class?
In like my whole grade. Like only 4 people signed up and they still said yes.
What?
And they rented out the park
Oh my god.
for us.
An activity day?
Yeah.
We used to do that as kids.
And we literally, that was the first time I went to Shred. And yeah, That was like probably like the best memory, like because I was like, no way they said yes. Like,
Oh my god! Especially with only 4 people signing up to do this fucking field trip thing or
yeah,
whatever.
In the 7th grade, so you're like 12?
yeah, 12. And I like that's when I like skating didn't really click. Like it was just starting to. But
Yeah, still kind of, obviously not as popular.
I was scared to go. Like as a kid, I was like, because I wasn't good, I couldn't ollie at the time. I was like scared to go. I was like, oh, skate park. Like, I don't know. I've never been to a skate park. And there was no skate parks. There was nothing. So, like, I really wanted to go. And, yeah, it was sick that it was like no one was in it.
That's fucking hilarious. Just four of you guys had the whole park to yourself.
I remember we had cake. Yeah.
You don't remember any of this?
I remember cake.
But cake, that's funny.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't anyone's birthday, just like...
Was he there?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, man.
I remember.
That's hilarious.
I can hear you yelling at people. Like still.
Someone had to be the yeller in the park, you know what I mean?
It was a must needed thing though.
You're perfectly suited for it.
No, you shaped a lot of people, and I don't think you get like a lot of credit for it. But like, you shaped a lot of skaters coming up in Toronto to have a harder edge and a harder shell, because you like had a zero tolerance, and like it wasn't like a bad way either. You were just like, if someone messed up, you're like, get the fuck out.
Yeah,
like,
I had no problem like fucking kicking people out, especially because we had such simple rules like.
Don't smoke inside.
Don't smoke inside. Don't fucking smoke or roll your dope in the park. Don't fucking drink in the park itself. You can drink up in the front with us in the shop.
Yeah.
But yeah, someone had to be the hard ass because kids will fucking walk all over you. Parents will fucking think that, they can walk all over you as well because you're just some person running a skate park. But yeah, thanks for the kind words because I do still get fucking haters this day because I was such a hard ass on them. But if I didn't, I mean, there's skate parks that have come and gone because dudes are being so loose and letting people do whatever they want and fucking not paying the rent and so on and so forth.
That changed a lot of people, I believe, like good or bad, like it doesn't matter because like
they learned something.
It was our second home. Like there was no parks. It was winters were rough and like skating and like coming up skating and stuff. Like Morgan basically lived there.
Morgan Smith.
Like I mean, you saw so many people like that would skate there. Corey Shepard.
Yes, totally.
Lee Yanku.
Yeah.
All those guys, yeah. The clubhouse.
Everyone.
Yes. Those were
Everyone
fun
was
days.
there. And you did, like, honestly, you had it right. You had your shred passes. I tried to find mine. Couldn't find it. But, like, it was the perfect, it wasn't expensive.
$10 a day. You can come and go all day as long as you signed your name in. And girls got to skate for free all the time. You don't see that any.
And I remember Russian. I don't know why. I have a weird memory. I remember Russian would never sign on the number. He would sign at the top of the page.
Really, I'm gonna look that up because I have
the logbooks.
I had the logbook from the last session that we had before we closed, before they tore down the skate park to make a condominium development. So I'm gonna look to see if he didn't do it on.
Because I remember, I don't know. I have this weird memory of always it just said Russian, like at the top above 1, 2, 3. Like it would always be above it.
Remember some dude signing his name Michael Jackson, some white dude. I'm like, fuck off. That's not, can you at least sign in your real name? And then he had to bust out his wallet.
Do you remember this one?
Show him his real name.
I was there for this, and that just flashback, like instant memory unlock. A guy signed as Mr. Anonymous, and you made him pull out his ID, and he changed his name to Mr. Anonymous.
I do remember that because I was like, that's ridiculous. There's no way that's real. And he's like, yeah, I get this all the time.
Yeah. And it was Mister, like that was his first name, and then Anonymous was his last name. He legally changed it.
And why do you think?
And he didn't look like that. Like, like he didn't look like, Vendetta. Like,
oh my god, that's so fucking funny. Before we wrap things up here, is there like any shout outs that you'd like to give to anyone that is maybe watching this episode?
Yes. Yeah, no, definitely shout outs. There's a lot of people for sure. I obviously can't name a lot. Obviously you, Gymbo, Shred. That was our second home. We lived there so hard.
I actually lived there, so it was my fucking real home.
Yeah. I never got to do the party mode there. I wasn't old enough.
Ah,
but
shit. So shout outs?
Shout outs, Ben Chibber.
Monkey skateboards.
Monkey.
Still going, Monkey.
Yeah, still going. He's honestly the best. He's like a brother. Who else? Jeremiah Doubt. The whole team at FS. My wife, for sure. Huge support.
Katie Crook.
Yeah, Katie.
Got a nice ring to it.
She likes Caitlin, but
Caitlin.
I call her Katie.
Katie Crook.
But yeah, no, she's awesome. I'm going to mess up so many people's names. Neil Sturgis, for sure, my best friend. He helped me so much in skating.
Brad.
Yeah, any photographer, filmer that ever filmed me as well, I always appreciated it. Comber, Harry Gills, all those guys.
Right.
They're amazing.
Awesome, man. Let me take this opportunity to thank our sponsors. I'd like to thank the Iceman for providing the ice that we can keep our beers cold. And speaking of beers, nothing's beamier than Beamer. Thank you, Beamer Beer. And I guess we should thank Paula from the candy bar. Is that right, Louis?
That's right. She's graciously provided some candy. Thank you, Paula. I hope you like candy.
My wife will destroy this.
Yeah.
So she says thank you.
Ollie, is Ollie old enough? Yeah.
Oh,
Let's get the shot.
We got some stickers in there for you as well. Some shred stickers and
Love stickers.
random stickers. I've always liked you, Mike Crook. You got such a good smile. You got such a good attitude. And we need people like you in the skateboard community. And we really appreciate you being a part of the skateboard community. And we wish you all the fucking greatest success with this FS game that you're doing. And can't wait to fucking play it.
Thanks. Yeah, no, I appreciate that. And same with all you guys. You guys have always been like, I always looked up to you guys, like all the older guys. Mm-hmm. So I appreciate everything you guys did for Toronto and like kept us alive.
Cheers, man. And we're still skating, and that's what's the most important thing. We're still having fun. We're still enjoying skateboarding. Skateboarding and music are two of the best fucking things in the world.
100%.
So speaking of fucking skateboarding and music, we're gonna go out with this last song. It's from Teenage Bottle Rocket. It's called Skate or Die. Ooh. Keep enjoying skateboarding, everybody. Keep enjoying music. Enough said. Go Shred. Thanks for coming, Chris. You're fucking amazing.